Well, hello. Welcome to my home office. It's actually 10 o'clock at night right now. My wife, got all the kids down and she goes, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, I really just want to talk about Auvik. I know you think I'm joking, but take a look at this. We're going to move now from this network diagram view that you see here, which has filled itself in. You can see it's discovered. We've got our access points. It's what we saw. This is the VIA office. We're going to move from this view over to the inventory view. But a few things have happened since I drove home from the office that I want you to see here. First off, notice what's happening at the top. It's like as things are being discovered, it's like, hey, I found something that has WMI credentials. Do you want to add those? Because this dashboard gets richer. If I click this little next right here, it's like, oh, by the way, I also have some 12 networks that have been discovered as well. Think of this as like your, hey, here's what's new. You might want to add this in right at the top. It's like your checklist that you can keep going on, right? But the other thing that I want you to catch, and this literally came to me as I was driving home, I was like, they might not know. They might not even know. Like, as you're looking at this, you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. You can see the network diagram. No, I don't think you realize, just like, I'm like, no, you don't get it. I want to show you another network tool. This is actually one of the tools that we're using to monitor our VIA office right now. This is what I would call traditional green, yellow, red monitoring. And you can see this is the same thing that we're monitoring. This is our VIA office, right? Right up here, you can see this is the probe. This is the device doing the monitoring. It's doing a little health check of itself. And underneath that, you can see, here's the MDF. Actually, let me shrink this down a little bit. Here's the MDF, the main distribution facility. This represents that IT room that I showed you at the very beginning, right? Now, it's kind of like a folder, right? Where did that come from? I made it. I had to create that little folder. And then underneath there, I was like, okay, I've got my router, my UPSs, my switches, my access points. Like, how did those get there? Me. I had to create those folders. I had to add each one of these devices, and then I had to add what sensors I want to monitor under each one of them. Now, to be fair, almost every system in the world supports auto discovery, but the challenge is it literally fills the screen. This office, it would have filled it with hundreds of sensors, most of which I don't even need, and you just get tired of it. You're like, and you have to go through and delete all the sensors that you don't want when you do something called auto discovery, right? And you auto discover that device. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm like, this is how we've always done network monitoring. So when you look at this is a completely different thing. Like, I cannot tell what the network looks like when I have this. If one of these goes down, you can see right up here at the top, we have 3 devices down across the networks that we're monitoring. I don't know what they're connected to. I would have to pull out the piece of paper, right? That has the network diagram that I would have sketched out and drawn, because this doesn't have a network diagram. It doesn't discover this. Whereas if this goes down, I'm like, ooh, I know exactly where that is. I can hover over this blue line right here, which tells me what port it's connected to on the switch, right? You seeing that? And that means, like, again, if we're all network engineers here, I'm going into that switch and I'm going to do some power cycling of that port, turn off PoE, turn it back on, get the access point rebooted, right? These are troubleshooting steps, but this is literally handed to me. It's normally something I would have to go build myself, and it's always out of date. And so what most network engineers do, I'm sorry, it's 10 at night. You're getting raw Jeremy right now. What most network engineers do is they're gonna grab that piece of paper. They're like, okay, I see red, over in here. It just went red, right? Now I need to, okay, I'm doing a show MAC address table, show CDP neighbors, show LLDP neighbors. I'm trying to figure out what sort of devices are connected so that I can discover the network and build it as I go. Here in the Auvik world, it's all right there for you. And that's what I want to show you right here. The funny thing is, I'm going to show you something, and at first you're going to be like, okay, so we have to configure that. No. I just want you to see this because it's there already. I'm going to take us from the dashboard, the network view, which gives you, into the inventory view. Inventory. what we're now moving into is what I would call your documentation of your system. It's so cool. Take a look at this. I'm going to click on devices right here, and you can see here are the 24 devices on that little micro diagram that just came up here. Here are all the devices in my system. And before we even look at them, I just want to show you this amazing button called export. You click on that and it comes down. It's like, what do you want to export? I'll say, well, show me my devices. Export. Okay. Hang on. Deep breath. Okay. I'm going to click on this. It just says, okay, there's your VIA Phoenix. I'm going to open this up. Pops up in Excel. There's my summary page. Okay, click on devices and what? Hang on. Let me zoom in a little bit. I've got every device in the system. Here it is by name. Here's the type of device it is. Hang on, let me click on enable editing real quick because it's automatically got the filters turned on. So I can be like, you know what? Just show me, let's just, give me the access points in my system. Click, boom. Every single one of these makes and models. Here's the MAC addresses that are attached to that. Not as useful right there. Oh, there's all my IP addresses. There's the VLANs that they're attached to. Here's the switch ports that it's connected to. This is stuff that usually you and I are creating manually. And this is as the install team, the rack and stack team. They're putting in, okay, it's in this U of that. I'm connecting this cable to this. It's got it all right here, but hang on, what? I gotta keep going right here. Boom. All the serial numbers of the devices. So hang on, we deal with a lot of government institutions, and a lot of times they'll get funding from the government and they have to track the devices. They have life cycles and they got to make sure, okay, that serial number is staying at that site. Like if somebody took an access point and moved it to a different site, that's all this paperwork that you typically have to update. But no, Auvik is living, breathing documentation, right? It's automatic. Like you saw, I just exported this thing. Like I've got it right here. And take a look at this. Look at this. Software version. Okay, same. What? What's going on there? This is kind of embarrassing for me because I'm like, yeah, we've got some access point. I'm like, guys, what is that? And I'm going, oh, I know why that is. That was one that was given to us by Ubiquiti to sample way back in the day. It was when they tried to combine a PA speaker with an access point. Actually, a really cool idea, but nobody used it. So they discontinued the whole line. And as they discontinued it, I'm like, yeah, that's not good. I know you're like, what's the big deal? Security, that's a thing, right? I'm like, how many years out of compliance if I'm audited for security? They're like, yep, that's a vulnerability right there. Somebody could get into that access point because it's not being patched anymore. Man, Jeremy, I got to breathe. Like, I want to make, hang on, I've clicked on one thing of the inventory, right? Imagine documenting every one of these things by hand, going to the device, giving a show version, okay, that's the version, because that's what security auditors do. Auvik allows me to literally discover the whole thing, export it, and bam, I've got my inventory right there. Now, obviously right now I'm filtered down to just access points, but I can choose and I can say, well, show me any one of the things that I have in my environment. It's so cool. And all of that is living, breathing right here. And this is just looking at the devices. If I want to see the interface view, it shows, okay, in your environment, you got 367 interfaces. So maybe you just go, okay, well, I just want to see it for, 10.225, let's just say 147. How about that guy? Right? Click on that guy, and I can see, okay, this is the one interface that I have on there, and I love it. It's like, it's some interface, right? Because this is a device that hasn't been fully discovered yet, so it's got something. I can see the MAC address. I even see the IP address, right? So you can see from this filter just about any device and any interface that is in your environment and discover it that way. Look at this. Services. These are the common and maybe not as common these days as I see things like the good old Apple filing protocol and Finger, but these are services. Now, why would Auvik even have these? Because having these services lets you know what services are running in your environment. Like, look at this. I've got HTTP. Yeah, that's not encrypted. Oh, 11 devices have HTTP running. That's interesting. Which ones? Click on it, and right there's my audit list. Now, some of these are like, okay, this is cool. Like, for instance, there's a router. park that thought. I want to come back to that router in just a second. But there's a router right there, and it says, hey, the status code is moved permanently. When you redirect HTTP to HTTPS, get that SSL, the encryption, secure socket layer in there, that's what you'll see. But I'm seeing right here, I'm like, oh, there's a thing. There's a thing. You see any one of these okay? That's a web server, an unencrypted web server, which is an attack surface. Again, Auvik tiptoeing, maybe even doing a full sprint right into the area of security audit. This is the inventory. And I want to jump down here to show where this is going as well. Notice I have an endpoint here. I actually installed a license on this endpoint to do this. The endpoint monitoring has a separate license where it's like, if you really want to go in depth and see what's on your devices, put a license on there and now you can audit everything that's on there. So I can click on that device and I can see, oh, this is actually, here's the Windows software, here's the memory that you have installed, here's the graphic card that you have installed on there. Again, we're going in there and you can see like, here's all the network information. It's like, there's the time that it was monitoring and they're like, oh, it really is after 10 o'clock. I'm telling you, I can't get enough of this stuff. You can even run speed tests from the device once you've installed it on there. Now, why is that cool? Well, because you've got your devices in this environment. Where's Jeremy right now? I'm at home. I came to my home office, right? I don't want to have to figure out how to get back to the office or get a VPN connection and how do I remote into that device? Like, no, I got an agent on it. I might as well run a speed test and make sure the internet latency and everything is performing okay from there. So all of this comes from the agent. And if I go to this inventory, you can see where it's going. Now you're into software. Look at this. Look at this. All of the software installed on that device. Now imagine this as you expand it to the hundreds or thousands and you're like, how many Microsoft Office licenses do we actually have? Because I know we're paying, by the way, this is a big deal for us because we are an MSP. We're supporting thousands and thousands of devices, and oftentimes we're paying for the licenses for devices that have long since been discontinued. So I can say, well, I really want to know how many licenses are we using right now for Microsoft Office or Adobe Creative Cloud or whatever it is. You can see, now this is just one device, but this is where I just want to open your mind. What did I have to do to get this valuable information? Nothing. Nothing. This is the inventory. This is just the next view. We've gone from the network design and the topology view, right? Which is awesome when you're troubleshooting and you're trying to see what's connected to what, how's this network configured. And now we're into what I would call the documentation of the network that you and I didn't have to create. I want to show you one more thing before we go. And this right now, this is a Cisco only feature. But it's this hardware lifecycle, and this is going to be really embarrassing for me because you're going to see we have some Cisco devices. Matter of fact, the two switches that you saw in there are Cisco devices, and it's embarrassing because I'm like, yeah, they're old and they need to be replaced because the warranty ended around 2023. That was a couple years ago. And actually, if I look at the lifecycle information, they stopped selling those in 2018. Who's running this company? Anyway, this is a warranty database. So again, if you've got all Cisco in your environment, and the great thing about this being Cisco is Cisco's always first to do stuff like this. They're the ones that are publicly publishing these databases for people to access. All the other vendors will follow. Soon you'll see Juniper, soon you'll see Ubiquiti, soon you'll see HP. All the other ones are going to show up. And you'll be able to do a quick pulse of like, okay, oh man, software maintenance stopped for these switches. Again, I'm like, who's running this company? Back in 2019, that's not good. Those switches need to go because they're not getting software updates and all that. Good thing we have good firewalls in front of that. That is what you can get from the inventory, which is built for you as the network is discovered. Okay, it just popped in my mind. Last thing I want to show you, just to give you a totally practical idea, perspective right here. Remember in the last video, I was like, guys, what is this router? And I was like, it must be from another site. Well, I went out to our team and I'm like, guys, what is this AZ221 router? They're like, oh yeah, that's a customer router. We're actually doing some testing on it because they reported it was down. We put a spare in its place. And so we connected it straight to our router and we're doing some testing. I'm like, oh, and it was, what what was funny is one of the engineers like, I totally forgot about that. Thank you for letting me know that router was there, because we were just doing a burn-in to make sure the thing kept running, right? And again, I'm like, and I was like, I gotta come back and like, this sounds like I'm trying to sell you Auvik. I'm not. I'm just like, guys, all of this stuff is built for you. You've now seen the dashboard. You've now seen the inventory that just comes up and gives you all of this data that you would typically have to manually create in a snap. I hope this has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing.